Hey guys, so today's a bit of an interesting video, something that I don't ever film, and it's kind of a chat. And I don't do live chats because that's not my speed, so I wasn't going to film that. But what I am going to film is a bit of an update of what I've been kind of ruminating upon for the last long while, but specifically over the last few months. So if you are a long-time viewer of my channel, you have probably heard me mention that I am subscribing to more minimalistic approach most recently, about a year and a half. I'm by no means what some people consider minimalists, which is, under 100 items or declutter everything or whatever. Really, minimalism is here to me. It's not in the stuff you own, it's within you, in your mind, in your head, in your brain. That's where minimalism starts, and that's really ultimately where it ends. And if you do know, I've mentioned it before, but very slightly, sort of in passing. I kind of want to explore that topic on my channel. I haven't been because it's something very different, and it's not why I made my channel. Why I made my channel is to find like-minded individuals, mostly for my perfume obsessions, which still is ongoing, and don't worry, that's not going anywhere. I was ruminating upon the topic of perhaps opening another channel and putting videos there that pertain to minimalism and lifestyle, and my thoughts about how I'm going to reconcile minimalism in my life, and why that would happen, and why that could be helpful for somebody else as well. Obviously, not every lifestyle works for every person, but I found that minimalism is quite interesting, and it has lots of merits if you don't take it too far. And I do want to discuss this because as people change, our views change, our interests change, our hobbies change, people change. And initially, my channel was really made for, let's talk about lipsticks and glitter and these fragrances. That's really what I made it for. But I have interests that go far beyond that, obviously. I'm a human being, and we all are multifaceted. And I have a lot of thoughts regarding lifestyle, minimalism, work-life balance, things, family life. And I think it might be interesting to share and sort of explore what other people are, what headspace other people are living in. It's unlikely that others are going to influence me a whole lot because mostly I get places when I'm ready to get places, and I don't really need advice on how to live my life. So that was kind of the reason why I wasn't so much sharing these types of things before. Ultimately, other people's opinions don't matter so much to me at all. However, I do think that it could be of value to have a conversation with like-minded people or people who are interested in the topic and see each other's perspective. So I'm open to seeing other people's perspectives. It's very interesting to me to see what others are thinking about similar topics to what I'm ruminating upon, and have that exchange. And I was thinking maybe another channel for that, because that's really not what this channel has been about so far. But at the same time, this is not a job for me. This is for fun. And really, why wouldn't I just let my channel sort of reflect what I'm into, what I'm interested in, what I want to talk about? So ultimately, my decision was, I have one channel. I'm going to continue that one channel. I really don't need to, diversify my streams of viewers. If you're not interested, you're not interested. You're not going to stick around. If you're interested and we vibe, then you're going to stick around, and we're going to do this together. And maybe we can think about other things other than glitter, which is fine. And if you don't want to, that's also fine. So for those of you who are not here for that, that's totally okay. Two options: you either unsubscribe, fine, no big deal. It's easy. And then number two, you just don't watch those videos that pop up, because it is still going to be a mix of things. Because I kind of want my channel to reflect what I'm thinking about. Obviously, I'm not a big sharer. I don't share my life online at all. And you all know that, because personal life-wise, really there hasn't been any sharing that is in public record or public knowledge. And I don't do that, and I'm not planning on doing that. What I am planning on doing is discussing thoughts and ideas, discussing what has been on my mind, something I would discuss with a buddy, you know, something I would discuss with a friend, which is sort of where I want this to go. Again, if you're not interested, you're not interested, and you're free to go, and no, nobody's holding you to anything. If you are interested, however, to explore some thoughts about minimalism, downsizing, intentional living, really honing into what is important to you, what the values are that you want to subscribe to, and that's going to be real personal for everybody. So it's not going to be a universalist, but you know, really letting your life reflect what your values are, and really knowing yourself and what your values are. And that is kind of where my headspace had been at for many, many months. And I wasn't really ready to talk about it because I felt like I didn't know enough about it. I hadn't implemented this type of ideation into my actual everyday life fully. And I still haven't fully, and I don't think that there is a, you know, I'm finally now minimalist sort of time. But my husband and I are pretty minimal, to the point where people who knew us before and are visiting us, people from Montreal are coming to visit us, are asking a question like, when are you planning to furnish? You know, that tells me that perhaps we are kind of pretty far towards minimalism at this point. And that's kind of, that's the life I live. That's what I'm interested in. And that's what I would like to share. I mean, well, I want you to share your opinions with me, and perhaps we can have a conversation about these things that are, I think, quite important and meaningful, and for me has been certainly, if not completely transformative, then definitely life-changing. It really cleaned up and sharpened, like focusing a lens on a camera. It really made me have much more specific, attainable SMART goals, and seeing the path of how to get there. That's what minimalism did for me, because I just removed things that weren't relevant completely. You know, from my space, from my environment, from my interactions with people, and from my own headspace, which was so cluttered. And that's kind of what I would like to discuss, because I think that could be helpful to somebody else. I'm not a guru. I haven't made it. I don't know the truth of the world, or whatever spiritual enlightenment you want to mention. That's not me. I don't know. But I have found some very practical ways to really clarify what it is that I want and how to get there. And of course, I don't have a perfect plan yet in place, nor do I think the perfect plan exists, nor do I think it should be an inflexible thing. But I find minimalism has been exceptionally helpful in clearing out the mental clutter, first and foremost, and just having a pretty holistic and clear vision of what it is that I want and how it is that I'm getting there. So I hope that it could be fun for you to sort of discuss these issues with me. I will be making some more of these chatty kinds of videos. And again, these chatty kinds of videos are not for everybody, but that's what I've been liking recently. I haven't been watching anybody apply makeup in like months. I don't care. I just don't care at all anymore. I like product reviews sometimes, and sometimes I like to watch people do the chatty get ready with me. That I like, because then it's chatty thing. But I really haven't been interested in actual tutorials, application techniques, etc., because I know what I like already in makeup, and right now I'm content with what I'm doing with makeup. I don't need help with it right now. What I do want to focus on is what's in here. And obviously we will continue with you know, declutters, and we'll continue with makeup videos, skincare videos, which I have a lot of interesting thoughts about, because I've simplified my skincare routine tremendously, and my skin hasn't been better. Apparently the 7-step Korean style crazy layering makeup, or not makeup, but skincare routine, versus a very, very simple like 2 to 3 product makeup routine, no difference at all on my skin. Like, what? Applying minimalism to everything now. It's just working for me. So, you know, let's explore this together. I think it will be kind of interesting, kind of fun, and I think we have we have a lot to discuss. Like there's a lot of discussion that can happen within these topics. Like I said, I'm no guru. I don't have life-altering advice. I can only share with you what I think and what had worked for me. And I've experimented with minimalism enough to know that certain things are very, very useful, and not everything will work for everybody. So I have a lot of thoughts about, you know, the KonMari method, the practicality, the sort of spheres of your life that can be left non-amendable to minimalism for a time being, like taking it easy with the whole thing. I'm not all about living out of a backpack forever. That's just not viable. We are a young family of highly educated professionals, and we absolutely do not need to be nomads in an RV at this point in our lives, at least. But how can a minimalism work in a regular, normal, everyday person's life? Somebody who has, you know, a family. That we can talk about. That I have some thoughts on. All right, so this is getting really long. Let me know what you think of it. I will probably, regardless, even if this video gets tons of hate and everybody's like, I hate the idea, don't do it, or open another channel, I probably just do what I want, honestly. But if you are interested, I would like to hear what kind of questions you want me to cover first. Obviously, we're going to start at the basics and then sort of move on to more interesting topics. But let me know if you have any particular questions or any particular interest in covering intentional living, minimalism, and sort of the minimalist lifestyle, the minimalist mindset. If you have something specific, please leave it below. I'm real interested in finding out what it is that you're interested in, and then we'll move on from there. We'll just go with the flow. Go with the flow. As it goes, we go. That's it for today. Have a good day. Have fun. And I hope this video wasn't too all over the place or annoying, because I didn't really have a plan for it. I just kind of blah, we talked. That's it for today. See you guys later. Bye bye.